Hi, I'm Bianca and welcome or welcome back to my bookworm sanctuary. So we're going to do another wrap up. October end of month wrap up. I'm just going to give you my stats like I usually do, and then I'll let you know a bit about a few of the books I read. I already gave you a mid-month wrap up, so that has the first 7 or 8 books I read in the month, and we'll just get into the rest. So in October, I read 18 books. I did not DNF any. 12 of them were new, 6 of them were rereads. Out of that, there was 4,209 pages read. Out of those, there was 6 3-star, 4 4-star, and 8 5-star. Out of those, there was no audio this month, but there was 8 physical, 10 ebook. And the genres were 7 reverse harem, 4 motorcycle club, 2 paranormal, 2 alien, 1 contemporary, and 1 megaverse. So with the books that I read, I'll get straight into the book. So I read Twisted Games. So Twisted Games was about Bridget and Reese, and it's the second book in the Twisted series. It's a bit slow burning. Bridget's a princess of some European country, I think. And basically she's in America for school, I believe. Goes to some college or university. Sorry, my cat's just come in. Got a little bit distracted. So Reese is her new-ish bodyguard, and this was good. It was just, there was moments of it that it was a little, it dragged on a little. It's something about these, like I really liked the first book, but I did feel like it dragged on a little bit. And I kind of feel the same way about the second book. I like it. It just feels too long. It's like a 400-page odd book. It's just too long, but it was very slow burn, slightly predictable. Her brother ends up abdicating, so now she's going to be the queen, which she does not want to be, but accepts that. And yeah, look, I liked it. I liked Reese. I just felt like it was just too long. So with Real Alphas Mate and Real Alphas Bite. Watch the trigger warnings for this one. It's got a lot of trigger warnings for abuse, and yeah, it may not be everybody's cup of tea. She's basically treated like absolute crap, is abused and whatnot by her pack. Has been rejected by her mate, her fated mate, and this other alpha comes in and basically steals her, kidnaps her, and then it's a reverse harem situation. And they're bikers. I'm not sure if I mentioned if they were bikers or not. And I liked this, but I don't know. I can't pinpoint exactly what I didn't like about it. I didn't like the way the first book ended. So it's a bit of a cliffhangery thing. And obviously her prior pack becomes a problem again, and her rejected mate becomes a problem. And this is MC World, so it's a little darker than what I usually read, but yeah, I didn't mind it, I guess. And then I read The Takeover. So with The Takeover, I was very hesitant about this. Really, really hesitant, actually. I had read The Stopover and I didn't particularly like it, unfortunately. It just wasn't my cup of tea. I really didn't like... I feel like his name is Jack, but I don't know. He also just had so many different names, I believe, that he went by. I can never keep track of what he was or what's his name. Can't even remember her name, but in The Stopover, that dude really did treat her like crap, and yeah, I didn't like it. But this one I really did like, actually. Jen from the book Refuge really likes it, so, and a few others. This is a single mum trope thing. Basically, Claire has this company she owns that she's basically running it for a publishing company for her boys, because her husband started it, but unfortunately her husband has passed away. So she's now raising these 3 quirky teenage boys who each have funny. I kind of wish there was a little bit more with that too. Like the boys, yeah, her boys were just so interesting. I feel like that I wanted more about them. Hey, you big. Oh my god, what's wrong? Oh yeah, why are you being mean? No. Eve can be really, really affectionate one minute and then not. Don't. Don't. Anyway, sorry, what was I saying? I really enjoyed Tristan. Tristan's meeting, his first, pardon me, his first, yeah, meeting with her boys is just absolutely hilarious. Eve, no, stop. So, sorry, the cat is completely throwing me off. She gets funny. Anyway, Tristan and the boys, they had a really, really funny introduction. And I really just liked Claire. And look, it was just really sweet. It's just Tristan realizing he really, really, really adores Claire. And, he thought her boys were on the younger side, but they're more like preteen teenagers. Like they're growing up. One of them is nearly a grown ass man. So she look, I really did enjoy this. It was fun. And then I read Not Your Damn Omega. This one was good. I liked this. I can't remember what her name was. I remember her twin sister's name. So it's reverse harem Omega, Omega verse. And basically she has an identical sister who is a movie star and everybody loves her sister. So she's had some packs interested in her, but they're not really interested in her. They're more interested in what they can provide information about her sister, or do you know what I mean? Like, it's all about the sister and not about her. And a lot of these packs these alphas are quite upfront about that and quite rude and really mean, and some of them have been a bit abusive towards her, and yeah. So she's got a lot of hang-ups. So she's very insecure and she meets this pack. And straight away she doubts that they like her for her. She can't help but think that they're only dealing with her because of her sister, basically, and they're more interested in her sister than her. It's not true. And yeah, so she's just basically finally found by these alphas, and these alphas just treat her like she's worth, and it's like I said, she's got a lot of insecurities. So this one was very, yeah, she was very insecure. So it was a lot of the guys just reassuring her that they like her for her and stuff like that. It was just, look, I really, really enjoyed it. It was really good. And I even liked the little ending. It was miscommunication, but I could see why she did what she did and why she jumped to the conclusion that she did, considering her past. So yeah, I didn't mind. I'm so sorry if you can hear my neighbours. The neighbourhood kids seem to be having a great morning. So sorry if you can hear them. Then I read the Dark Side series. Reread 4 Psychos, 3 Trials, 2 Kingdoms, and 1 Apocalypse. Right there. This is a fantastic series. I absolutely love them. I read them for the first time a month or two ago, and now I'm absolutely obsessed with them. Reverse Harem, she's this entity ghost thing that you just, throughout the books, you're just trying to figure out who she is and why she's so interested in these men. And these 4 men are a bit mysterious in their own ways, and they're trying to find answers on what and who they are. And the first one is just basically them. She's been hanging around them for 5 years, but they can't see her until their lives are threatened and she saves their lives. Then they can see her, but they're very wary of her, little bit hostile. She doesn't appreciate that. She is funny as hell. I keep saying she because she technically doesn't have a name for a couple of books. And then they end up calling her Kayla for a bit. And then, yeah. Then her name. But I kind of don't want to tell you too much about the story because the mystery is, I thought, the coolest bit. And, I thought it was very smart and interesting on how it all played out. And she was just so funny. I mean, pissing myself laughing the entire time. Plus, I really stayed up all night till like 4 a.m. reading these books. I couldn't put them down. Then I read Kennedy. So Kennedy is a motorcycle club book. Addison Jane watched the trigger warnings very much so. This is motorcycle club, so it's a bit MC. I like MC when it's a little mild. Like I don't particularly like it if the men all call them bitches. I don't necessarily dislike the property thing, where the men sort of view women as their property. I sort of see that sort of very similar to Fated Mates, alpha male sort of characters. But this is definitely darker than I usually read for sure. I would really watch the trigger warnings in this. Kennedy is currently with this motorcycle club and her father has left her with debts. So she's had no choice but to become a club girl, a club whore. And is treated appallingly, like appallingly. She is bashed, beaten, not very well. There's no rape on page, but there is a lot of abuse on page and a lot of Kennedy in a real bad way. She's basically doing this because she has a little sister that she needs to protect. Little sister's like 17. So Kennedy is part of this club and her best friend Lakin helps her with her sister a bit and, just helps her when she can't move anymore or needs someone to pull her up off the floor or take her to the hospital. Like, it's seriously bad. Can't remember douchebag's name. Anyway, this asshole MC basically start treading on the toes of another motorcycle club and they go into their territory and I believe Avery and Kennedy, another club girl and Kennedy, have been forced to go along. And usually that is not how it works. Women are left behind. They don't go on runs. They don't do the men stuff. But yeah. So in comes Repo. So Repo's from another MC that Kennedy and these douchebags are currently in their territory. So he's come to check him out at this bar that they're in. And Kennedy basically tries to warn him to stay away straight away. Like, these guys are bad. Like, go, like, piss off. He's kind of intrigued and kind of like, I like this woman. She ends up having to be told, she's been sort of forced to try to get information from Repo about his MC for her douchebag MC that she's part of at the moment. She doesn't want to do it. She understands the dangers with that. So she's like, nope. But got no choice. Realizes she's in a lot of trouble and Repo's not stupid. He knows what's going on. And yeah, and then he claims her. Takes her. And I really enjoyed it. I really, really did. It was, Repo just, from the moment he saw something about her, really intrigued him, and he could tell this bruised and beaten woman was just tough and sexy and so resilient and wanted to warn him. And really, he didn't need any warning. He was fine on his own. So Look, I did really enjoy this. Then I read Laken. It's the second book. I probably didn't like this quite as much as the first, but I did enjoy it. So Laken and Myth is part of Repo's MC. Can't remember the name of the MC. And basically he's a ex MMA fighter or something like that. And he's Kennedy's best friend. And she showed up one day with Kennedy, and Kennedy was bruised and broken and whatnot. And Lincoln understood that this MC was bad news, but she went in anyway and became a club girl anyway and was abused just as much as Kennedy was. Lakin has this weird thing in her head where she believes she deserves to be treated not so nicely. She believes that she deserves everything that MC gave her. But something about Kennedy, her spirit, her friendship also made her stay. It was Kennedy's strength and the fact that she just felt like Kennedy needed her as well. So Laken's kind of complex. She's got secrets, a lot of secrets, and they're intriguing, kind of predictable in some ways, but I really did like them. Myth was typical biker boy, biker man, I mean. Like, he understands Laken's got secrets, but he's addicted to her straight away. He's just like, whew, that's my woman. That's my property. Pardon me. And the thing is she sort of shits herself when she meets Myth because she knows Myth from her previous life. And Myth knows her. And it takes him a second, but once he clicks, he's like, I know you. I know who you are. I know where you come from. I know everything, more or less. And she wants to run, but doesn't. And yeah, I love this. I was reading Addison Jane. This is part of the Club Girl Diaries. That's it. And this is 3 books of them, I believe. And the third one is Avery. And I started reading them because I believe Addison Jane is on the author list for a book signing event I'm going to next year. So I wanted to read a few of her books, and honestly, it started a motorcycle club binge. But that is basically all the books that I have read this month. Thanks for watching. Really do appreciate it. Hopefully you read some good books this month as well, and I will catch you in the next one. Thanks, guys. Bye.